guys, it's Anna from Belika Design Academy. So in this class, I'm going to reveal how to create seamless textures in SketchUp using an image of your choice. So for those who don't know the difference, basically a seamless texture that you can use in SketchUp can be applied horizontally or vertically in an endless loop while looking clean. The problem in SketchUp is that if you simply import an image as a texture that wasn't prepared in a way that the edges align well on each side, you end up with something that looks like this. You can see that the pattern here is not aligned and we have this small border on the side from the image. That's because SketchUp is mapping this image multiple times in a row and above. So how do we create something that looks like this texture and make use of the image that we found? Let's have a look. The very first thing you would want to do is to import your image. Using a Mac, you can simply drag and drop it inside the window. It's best to know the actual size of the tile in order to scale it up to its correct size in SketchUp. You can use the tape measurement tool for this. So my single tiles are all 77mm by 77mm or 3 by 3 inches. I'm going to switch to the top view. By clicking right explode, the image becomes automatically a texture and can be now found in the colors in model section. Now we can select these surfaces. Let's create a rectangle over the correct size of one of the tiles and move it to the side. I will actually add the grout thickness in here by moving my lines. Obviously, it depends how thick you want your grout to be, and this can range. So in this example, I chose 3mm or 1/8 inch. I'm also using the scaling tools to make my material look a bit more straight. Now that it looks clean, we can do the same for the white tile. After that, we can copy both to the top and to the side. Now let me pause here for a second. What you need to understand with seamless textures is that the corners will be mapped by SketchUp and repeated on the other end. Keep that in mind when creating seamless textures. With a rectangle or square shape, this is very easy, but if you have a more complex shape, you need to think how the edges will be repeated or mapped on the other side. Have a look at this herringbone shape. You can see that I have placed the piece that is cut on one end and placed it on the other side. The same for the top and the bottom. This way it aligns and SketchUp can handle this kind of texture and will map it automatically in a row. Back to our checkered tiles. I select all surfaces and edges, and if I click right, I need to find the option that says Combine Textures. If it is not visible, it means SketchUp can't merge the faces together, so we need to make them unique by clicking right, Make Unique Texture. Now, once we select all surfaces and edges, we can click right again, and now it appears, and we can select Combine Textures. Click Yes, and now we have a seamless texture. Just as a comparison, with the image that we previously had, you can see that it's not mapped correctly, and our seamless texture now can basically map the image in any size we want. We can now select the material with our color picker using the Alt key on a Mac or Control key on a Windows and apply this material to our wall surface. Now there is another way if you wish to change the grout color, for instance. You need to copy the squares and don't move your lines for the grout. Simply leave a gap. And then you can create a rectangle over it And since it's going to be mapped, I only need the grout on 2 edges, as otherwise they will be duplicated. I removed their inner lines if there are any, and since it's a surface, I can choose any grout color I like. Now, as this is a texture and a color surface, SketchUp can handle those better and immediately shows us the option to combine textures. I have to say it does look a bit flatter than the left one, but if you need your grout to have a specific color or you have an image that doesn't have grout at all, this is the way to go. Make sure to visit my SketchUp warehouse by typing in Palika Homes. Move over to the collection folder, and here you can find multiple furniture and accessory pieces and also seamless textures that you can use freely for your projects. See you soon!